Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. In this video, we're going to take a look at everything that you need to do to prepare for Shuri. We've got a ton of information. We've talked about it over the course of a few videos, but this is everything in one spot, everything you need to do to best prepare for Shuri's Legendary Event. But first, before we jump into that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Alright, and welcome back. So this is just going to be a quick video. We're going to go over everything that you're going to need in order to prepare for Shuri. Shuri is 2 weeks away, so I'm going to first bring your attention to an in-game mail that we got on the 6th, just a few days ago, where it says, coming soon, Shuri. Assemble your top 5 Spider-Verse members. We've known that. She's a legendary support for Wakanda, the new top-tier raid team. Really looking forward to putting that to the test. She's going to fuel Wakanda with defense up, ability, energy, and charge, and then revitalize with powerful heals. Next, we have special events that are going to come up. So we're going to get Spider-Verse shards. We've had that before. Log in each day before the start of the event to receive a bundle of character shards. Typically, they come in bundles of 5. There's going to be character offers that we know that, so we can purchase additional orbs and things like that for the characters that we need. There's also a Spider-Verse orb. We'll go ahead and take a look at that orb too, because I believe it is in the game, and we can take a look at kind of what our odds are for dropping those Spider-Verse characters. Because it says each orb has a chance of dropping Spider-Verse character shards for these characters. And then the event requirements here, you're gonna need 5 Spider-Verse characters, and Spider-Verse star rank requirement obviously increases with each tier, and you're going to need 5 5-star characters, just like we do in any other legendary event, in order to unlock her. The event starts on April 25th and goes until the 30th, so we've got 5 days. Let's jump into her event really quick, because you can actually see her event now. Alright, so right here we have 14 days and 22 hours until the Princess and the Symbiote legendary event pops up. It says Ultimus has converted the Carnage symbiote into a dangerous super soldier serum for his army. With the aid of Spider-Man, Shuri and her fellow Wakandans must find a way to rid Ultimus of this new weapon. I'm really interested in the story. I had a theory that the reason why they put the Spider-Verse team as the team that you need is because there's been some fan fiction out there that really wanted to see Shuri and Spider-Man together, and maybe that's why they did this. So I'm interested to see what kind of story they came up with. All right, I'm not going to go through the requirements for each tier, but we are going to jump to tier 5 just so we can see what the minimum requirements are for this raid or legendary event. All right, so we're going to need 5 Spider-Verse characters. We know that. 5+ stars. Recommended for level 60. Gear tier 9, level 5 plus abilities. So that's essentially, your level 5 abilities is essentially all of your blue material. And I think 1 or 2 abilities will require that purple material. But for the most part, it's on par with everything else. It says, with the corrupted Guardians of the Galaxy dispatch, Spider-Man has to formulate an anti-serum while Shuri shuts down this facility tech for good. Now that's just what's going on in tier 5. But that's what we need to shoot for. So with your Spider-Verse team, if you've already got your Spider-Verse team at this point, then anything you do beyond this point is going to be above and beyond, right? However, a lot of us are still working for Green Goblin and Carnage, and really trying to start them up and get them leveled up. The other characters, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Venom, for the most part, everybody should have those maxed out. If you've been playing this game since launch, if you've just recently jumped into the game, that's where it gets a little bit tricky, because you can't farm Venom. You can only farm Carnage from one spot and Green Goblin from one spot. So it is a very difficult team to put together if you are newer to the game, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping that there are some other ways for us to be able to, or at least for newer players, to be able to collect these character shards so that they have a really good chance with Shuri. A lot of people are going to have to wait till the second time this legendary event comes around, though, I'm afraid. All right, so that is tier 5. That's what we know about Shuri. I really like her artwork. I mean, it is very cool. I can't wait to see her full character model. All right. Now let's go take a look at where we can where we can farm these characters from. So, you know, as far as Spider-Man goes, you go in here, hit find. He cannot be farmed from any node. You have to get him specifically from orbs or the Blitz supply store. He's in there every single day, so if we just hit go, we can go there, and he's 500 Blitz credits, and you just want to farm him every single day until you can at least get up to the 5 stars. So that's where you're going to farm Spider-Man. Miles Morales, he is in a raid. You can only farm him in a raid. Obviously, he's in a few orbs. He's in the Spider-Verse Orb and this Web Blaster Orb, which you get when you do his raid. So, unfortunately, not an orb and not a store that you can farm him from. See, and this is what I'm talking about. It's a difficult team to put together if you're newer to the game. All right, if we go to Green Goblin, they did make it so that Green Goblin is farmable from a node. And it's this node here, so it's Nexus 5-6. You want to farm that node every single day. If you've got the energy and if you've got the cores to refresh the node, then go ahead and do that. I'm a little particular about refreshing nodes with cores just because the drop rate on nodes is typically fairly low. So I don't want to waste a lot of cores. But if you've got an abundance of cores and you've got energy to spend, I would say go for it. All right, so other than that, obviously we have the Spider-Verse Orb. We're going to go take a look at that in just a little bit. And then we have the Premium Orb. So that's all RNG luck right there. Next, Venom. Venom, he is also from a raid. And you cannot farm him anywhere except from these orbs. And then this We Are Venom Orb is from the raid. Anyway, so that's another raid in order to get Venom here. And then finally, Carnage. Carnage was not farmable at any point until just recently, and he's only farmable from a store, and that's the War Store. So if you go into Find here, you can see the Spider-Verse Orb, and you go into Find here, it doesn't even note it in here. And he's not in the store every single day either, so you got to keep an eye on that store. So if we go into Supplies and over to War, he's typically in this spot here where Nobu is. So you want to take a look at that. I think he's like 1,400 War credits, so this is where you're going to find him, but again, he's not there. He's not there constantly. Every refresh, Spider-Man is there, but not every refresh is Carnage here. So you definitely want to save up your war. Honestly, in my opinion, as far as war credits go, the only thing I would spend on war credits is farming Carnage until you get up to 5 or until you want to max him out. And then you can spend on some orange material in here. I wouldn't spend it on purple or blue material in here for your gearing up at all. I think really the only thing to farm in here is going to be the orange material and Carnage. But I'm saving everything for Carnage so I can hurry up and get him started up as quickly as possible because it's going to take some time. We've got 2 weeks to do it. I don't know that I'm going to 5-star him in 2 weeks just by doing it this way, but we'll see. All right, and that is the Spider-Verse team that you're going to want in order to unlock Shuri. So let's go ahead and take a look at that orb really quick. All right, so the orb is right here. It's the Spider-Verse Orb. And so you've got your left and your right pillars along with your center. Your left and your right is your typical ability drops, resource drops, and gear drops for both. But in the center pillar here, now I went in here, and you see the drop rates here, and it all just says rare shard drops. It doesn't give you quantities until you go in. So this common shard drop, if I hit here, this is what it's going to drop. A 20% chance to drop any one of these characters right here. And right here it tells you how many of those shards you're going to get. So most of the time you're going to get 5 shards of any one of these characters. But then you do have an opportunity up here to 0.15 to get 145 shards of any one of these characters. Hopefully it's one that you need. It'd be nice if you could just, uncheck 2 or 3 that you don't need so that you have so that you can just get the ones you need. But you know what, that kind of cripples the whole RNG thing, right? So that is the Spider-Verse Orb right now, and it is 450 cores. I believe that there are offers for that Spider-Verse Orb. Let's go take a look. Looks like the only real offer in here to get some Spider-Verse characters is going to be the Psychotic offer here for 50 shards. 50 shards for 30 bucks. I mean, that would get me up to 4-star, but I don't know about that. And only 2,000 gold here 2,000 gold shards here. And then you have the Hometown Heroes bundle, which you can get any one of these heroes here. But this really, I don't think is worth it because you can farm Spider-Man every single day, multiple times a day. And then over here, 30 bucks, you have an opportunity to get Venom. But it's RNG, right? So I don't like and it's only one orb here. It's 30 bucks for this one orb. I don't think so. So right now, this is the only offer. This is better offer than these other two, but I don't know if it's one that I would purchase. We'll see. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll noodle over it. I've got what? We've got 22 hours to think about it. That's it, everybody. That is everything that you need to do in order to farm the Spider-Verse team. It is, like I was saying, it's a little difficult if you're newer to the game. But if you've been in the game for a while, then you really only need to focus on 2 characters. It is going to take a little bit of time in order to get those characters up, unless you're going to spend some money on it. So there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you tonight. Just a quick video to go over everything that you need to know in order to prepare for the Shuri event in 2 weeks. Where you need to farm, what you need to do, and the requirements for your team for that Tier 5 battle. And I'd really be curious, how many people out there are ready for Shuri when she hits in 2 weeks? Are you going to be able to unlock her? If you are, I'd like to hear from you. I think that'd be really cool. But as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.